Kunda, Estrada, Montose, Kanda, ah! I think I'm done with that book. So, we're talking about Evil Dead remake. And with that, we'll be done with the Evil Dead movies. Give me just a minute. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I like how some of the Sony movies do that with the inside. They don't do that anymore, but they used to. And that's real cool. So let's talk about this. It's been debated. Is it a reboot? Is it a sequel? Well, according to Wikipedia, it is both a reboot and sequel. So there, stop bitching, people. It's both. I'm just saying. People said, oh, it's not a remake, it's a sequel. No, it's a reboot. It's both, alright? It's both. So there, you can quit bitching now. And it deals, it gives a reason for them to be out in the cabin. Where you can argue, at least in the last two Evil Dead movies, Ash was taking Linda out there to get laid. But the first one, they all went as a group. So you don't really know what they were doing out there besides just going out there. And then the next two, you could say, oh, I just brought Linda out there to get laid. And then some weird shit happened. But this one, there's actually a legitimate reason. They go out to the cabin because that's where they're going to perform a detox for Mia. She's a heroin addict, and heroin or cocaine, it's powder, I can't tell the difference, I think it's heroin. She's a heroin addict, and they're doing it to quit cold turkey, and her brothers come along this time, and they tell her they've been there before. It's happened before, where they've done this. Well, if they've been done before, then why didn't they find the book until now? Before I continue with that, I need to tell you the first scene of the movie. It's this doctor guy, and he's got his daughter tied up. Like, she's running through the woods, and these weird-looking people, and then the next scene, she's tied up in the basement of the cabin. And this doctor guy, which I can assume is Dr. Nobi, but I don't know if we've actually even known what his name is, but he sits there, and the girl, Daddy, it's me, and he's breathing the incantations and set her on fire, and he lights the match, and that's when she turns dead-eyed. I your soul, Daddy. Just love that. Or I will devour your soul, something like that. But I always like that. Yeah. So, in this version, there's actually an end game to all this, because I don't think the first two, when they're doing this, it's just demons showing up and causing havoc and shit. This one is actually an end game to this whole demonic possession mumbo jumbo that's going on, and that's another thing that I like about it. You got Eric, the dumbest motherfucker in this movie, alright? He's also the guy you feel for the most, alright? Because he reads from this book, and it says, don't think it, don't say it, don't write it. Doesn't listen, and he reads those words, Kunda, Estrada, Montase, Kanda. Said it again, didn't I? He reads those words out, and then shit happens. We get the variation of the tree rape scene. Oh, it's not as violent as the original one. It just goes up. When you get in this, he becomes possessed. And while we're talking about, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to talk about the best performance in this film, and that's Jane Levy. She plays Mia. She's the one that's getting this detox or whatever, and they think everything that's happening to her is all part of this detox. Okay, I'm sorry. She wouldn't start acting like... She wouldn't scald herself with scalding hot shower water if it was a detox problem, okay? Maybe it's a tactic to get out of there, but... And this is another part that I like, is when, after she scalds herself with the hot water, her brother puts her in a car, just to drive her away, and of course, just like the first film, it's blacked off. And they show him, he turns around and you just see Mia, like demonized Mia, a little bit of demonized Mia, or Deadite Mia, sort of, just in the car, like I got you. We got you, motherfucker, we got you. Yeah. This is a strong difference from the last two, where there was some comedy and wackiness added into Evil Dead 2, and then the third one was like, it was more like a comedy action movie more than anything. But this one is straight up horror, and it still has those type things, but it doesn't. Okay, there's the brother's girlfriend. She gets infected in her hand, like ash. So she cuts her arm off. So that should stop the infection, right? Like I did with Ash. Nope, she still turns into a Deadite. Why? Because, well, they say that when they die, that's when they get taken over in this version. So I'm assuming she bled out from her wound because she didn't cauterize it. So I'm assuming she bled out from her wound, died, and became a Deadite. And that lies, the end game is where it gets confusing, because you have, it says that this demon guy needs 5 souls, which means 5 people need to be dead in order for him to rise. So, the first person to die is the best friend, played by Isabel Lucas. She, gets infected and when Mia spits on her or bites her or something, and she smashes her head into the thing. She cuts herself with a piece of the mirror and all that shit. And Eric comes in and he gets stabbed. Poor guy. I mean, he started this, but he takes the most abuse out of anyone. He gets stabbed. He gets shot with nail gun. Eventually he does die, but she's the first one to die, and then it's the girlfriend. I mean, she just put the nail gun on her. It's the girlfriend, and then it's left with Eric, Mia, and the brother. And Eric gets taken out, but he's not dead yet. But he's when the brother, I can't remember his name. His name, but when the brother, he does this ritual where he buries Mia Deadite Mia, in the ground, and then till she dies. Then he brings her back to life with this makeshift paddle where he takes two syringes or needles, like, you know, injector needles, duct tapes them together, sticks it in, puts electrical current through them, and brings her back to life. Eric succumbs to his wounds and becomes a deadite, attacks the brother, and the brother is forced to blow up the cabin, which both of them die. Now, this is where I have the problem, alright? So, after the cabin happens, it starts to rain blood, and this demon rises. But, technically, he's only got 4 souls because only 4 people are dead. Because Mia was brought back to life, so her soul was saved. He's only got 4 souls. Unless you count the dog. Because I don't remember to say that it has to be human, but they killed the dog too. So maybe that's what they count. I didn't think of that. The dog, Grandpa, they call the dog Grandpa. That's the first one that dies. Deadite Mia kills with a hammer off screen, thank God, because cruelty to animals and all that stuff. But, like, if they count the dog, then it makes sense. Because I don't remember saying it has to be human souls. But if they count the dog's soul, then yes, that's 5. So yeah, I guess that counts. But when did Eric succumb to his wounds? Because it's when he goes back in. It's when the brother goes back in the house that Eric attacks him. So he's to come to his wounds before he was brought back to life. Because if that's the case, it should have activated then, right? Unless he succumbed to his wounds at the exact same time that the brother brought Mia back to life. I don't know. Well, devour your soul, I think is what it was. But, so, Mia becomes a badass final girl. She's the only one left. Her arm gets trapped under a tractor, and she's forced to pull it off. That's kind of iffy kind of scene for me. But then she gets the sledgehammer, chainsaw, in the words of Decker Shout, motherfucking chainsaw, and like I will feast on your soul. And she takes the chainsaw, feast on this motherfucker, and just like, right into his head. Blood, there was already blood raining down, and then it ends with her walking out to the woods to try to get away, I guess. Her having thwarted this. But there is another post-credit scene. It's very quick. After the credits roll, you get a quick, like, someone turns to the camera. It's Bruce Campbell, and he just says, groovy. What more do you need to say? I had heard that they were planning on doing a Army of Darkness 2. This is a while ago, years ago. Army of Darkness 2 and an Evil Dead 2 with this one. And then the culmination would be that Ash and Mia would meet together for a final film that would connect both sides. But that never happened because we got Ash vs. the Evil Dead, which was pretty good. But, yeah. Poor Eric, right? Oh no, guys, there isn't really much bad things to say about this. There isn't many bad things to say about this because I can't really think of any right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and give this a 9 out of 10. Sam Raimi did produce this, by the way. But yeah, 9 out of 10. So what are your thoughts on the Evil Dead remake, reboot, sequel, whatever, from 2013? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And one last time, groovy.